All right, hello everyone. This is Sha'Carri, and today we're going to be doing a reading on Sha'Carri Richardson. What's going on with her right now? I just want to ask some simple questions and get into what's going on with her astrologically, and we're going to look at her cards. Now, I feel like her Atmakaka or her purpose, the planet that rules that, is being highlighted right now, which is the north node of the moon, Rahu. Because she had this fight with her boyfriend in an airport, and Rahu represents things like airplanes and space. And when you're doing something that activates, that's in alignment with the planet or the house, a certain planet or a certain house is activated. So she's in an airport. Rahu represents airplanes and space, so she activated her Atmakarka. Also, the sun is with her Atmakarka right now in Leo, so it's kind of highlighting things. I think that's one of the main things, but I'm gonna go ahead and just jump right into it, okay? Let's go ahead and jump right into what's going on with Sha'Carri. What's going on with Sha'Carri Richardson? Let's take a look at her energy. What is Sha'Carri Richardson's current energy? I saw a lot of signs in her chart that shows she can be very competitive but also very aggressive. Especially with her Atmakarka Rahu being activated. All right. Okay. So we have Horus, Gateway, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. And we have Divine Director, Intervention and Purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Lord Shiva, Transcendence, rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Okay, I want to clarify, but I do feel like because we have Mercury and the Sun together. Mercury is also a big planet for her. I don't want to get into that right now, but let's clarify some more. I want to use I want to use this K2 right now because her K2 is about to be affected. Let's see. Tell me what's going on with Sha'Carri's current energy. Yeah, this has a lot to do with her moon is conjunct her Chiron, okay, and it's in Sagittarius. And when the moon is with Chiron, There's, especially in Mula, it's in the zodiac, in the nakshatra, Mula. It's really important for her to get down to the root of her emotional self and her emotional wounds. And I feel like, and she might have a lot of wounds, looking at her chart in different placements with, yeah, just looking at her chart in different placements. She also could have a lot of emotional wounds concerning her mother. And because the moon represents your mother and your emotions. And when um, she got into the trouble before, and she was smoking, which it represents Rahu, her Makarka. She had that weed in her system from smoking because of, I think it's her mom had just passed away. So we all saw that wound with her mother, how it affected her. And it looked like she went away for a while, worked on herself, and came back, and she seemed all refreshed and new and mature. And that was good to see. But when you have your moon in a nakshatra like Mula, which is inside Sagittarius, it's always important that you're constantly getting to the root of what your emotional issues are. It's not like a one-time thing, because Sagittarius, where her moon is, represents long-term education. Okay, education you get over a long period of time. So learning about her emotional self and her emotional wounds and any wounds that she might have had that are connected to her mother or her home life, that's going to be like a lifelong thing, okay? And if her Rahu is being highlighted right now, then her Ketu is also being highlighted right now. Because like I said yesterday, Rahu and Ketu, they're like two sides of the same coin. They're the same thing. They just have slightly different energies. They're connected. One is the head of the snake, one is the tail of the snake. Please clarify what's going on with Sha'Carri's current energy right now. Okay, you are good at helping, counseling, healing children. Use your skills to help children now. Your independence is the foundation for your strength and success. You know what I was thinking is, let me see what else it says. Time to take quiet time alone to restrict, meditate, and contemplate. It talks about independence and being alone. And this is something else that I wanted to point out, with her moon being conjunct her Chiron in her chart. The thing is with Chiron, if you're not awake, if you're not aware what you need to heal, it might be easier to help other people heal in that situation than it is to help yourself heal. So it might be easier for her to help other people with their emotional selves, with their emotional wounds, with their issues, with their home life or their mothers, than it is to help herself. It might be something that she might ignore. So I heard her boyfriend talk, and he sounds like a really good person. And it sounded like he didn't want to, like, even when the altercation happened, they said he didn't want to identify who he was or who she was or what happened. He's not pressing charges. He just wanted to move on. And I heard him say something in the interview, like, you know, how he kept saying over and over again how good of a person she is, and, you know, how good of an athlete she is, which could be true. And I feel like he's acting like this because she has probably helped him a lot emotionally in his life. Um, and also with these situations being highlighted, he's probably seeing a part of her he hasn't seen before. Um, but these situations are her aggression, um, erupting, her putting her hands on him. They say she kept pushing him. He was trying to walk away. She was following him. She kept pushing him. Um, it's showing something to him right now that he needs to see, and also showing something to her right now that she needs to see. What he needs to see is what they both need to see are these two things right now. Is that she needs to be independent and alone right now. Why? Because it doesn't matter how much anyone has helped you. It doesn't matter how good of an athlete someone is, how good of a person someone is. If they can't keep their hands to themselves, they need to be alone. Okay? So they both need to see this right now. Relationships are a major part in her life, are a major theme in her life, because she has Venus exalted, and now I'm just going from her moon. Her Venus is in Uttara Bhadrapada in Pisces in her fourth house. It's 4 houses away from her moon. And that means that her Venus is also Digbala, really strong. So with Rahu being the transiting Rahu, transiting North Node of the Moon, being in Pisces right now, it's highlighting relationships for her right now, and possibly how much she still needs to do work on them individually before she moves forward trying to have a relationship with someone else. Now, I saw someone in the comments say that there was also DV in her last relationship when she was with her girlfriend. So this needs to be worked out before she moves any further, okay? Because if she stays in relationships where she's experiencing the DV or she's doing the DV, it's going to continue to affect her moon and Chiron. Okay, it's going to make it even worse. So she needs to work on this now while she's young. You know, she's only 25, so she needs to work on it now before she really gets hurt or she really hurts someone else. Something else that I thought was interesting is that she had relationships with women, or a woman and a man. And I know that in her chart, her Venus is conjunct her Mercury. And Mercury, you can see bisexuality with Mercury. Okay. So I just thought that was interesting. But right now, she needs to work on what her purpose is. What her purpose is individually. What her purpose is even outside of being an athlete. Because I feel like there's something she can do with her chart creatively that maybe she hasn't expressed yet, or maybe she has, because I don't follow her like that. But she needs to focus on her karmas and her purpose right now, why she is here right now. She needs to continue healing emotionally. She needs to be by herself. She needs to very much be by herself right now. And something else, with her Venus being exalted and Digbala in her moon chart, you can see like Venus represents beauty, and Venus is a very large theme in her chart. And you know, this the people saying she was like the second coming of Flojo, because she always looks like her hair, makeup, lashes, everything always perfect. um so that's another theme that I saw. I'm going to move on to what's going on with them in their relationship. Yeah, I think that being an athlete is a major part of her chart, but it's only part of it. I think it's other things that she can do, and that we'll see come out later on in her life. But she needs to get her emotional self together. Okay, so what's going on with her relationship with I think Coleman is his last name or his first name. I don't know sports like that. Not even women's sports. I'm not into sports like that. But I do think it's her emotions also. Uh, Her emotions also help her as an athlete, because I think she uses them. You know, she uses them to be a better athlete, which that can be good, but she also needs to get down to the root of what's going on with her emotionally, because she's sabotaging. I felt so disappointed. Oh my gosh. I felt so disappointed when they said she was arrested, and what she was arrested for. It's like, oh my gosh, you just came back, Sha'Carri. You just came back from you know, them finding that stuff in your system, and you just came back. You came back strong, and everybody was all excited. And then now you're doing this. Like, oh my gosh. But she's going to keep self-sabotaging until she gets down to the root of those emotional or um, mother wounds. What's going on with Sha'Carri's relationship with this fella? All right. Kylie, endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. The universe is pouring its abundance out. Be open to receiving. Past life. This situation involves past life memories. So, like I said, whenever Rahu is involved, K2 is involved, and that's just what's happening right now. K2 is the ruler of the nakshatra that her moon is in, Mula. And a lot of what she's going through, these are two signs that represent. Kali is the goddess, one of the goddesses that represent Mula, and it's a lot of things she needs to just get down to the root, get down to the bottom of. Because K2 represents the roots. Get down to the emotional root, and that's where she'll have abundance and prosperity, and not just her life, but in her relationships. Yeah, she'll have experienced a more abundance of love, if she gets down to the root of these emotional issues. Just clarify some more what's going on. Yeah, some truth. And you know what? And some people were saying, like, what did he do for her to react like that? And I feel like it might have something to do with truth. So, with Callie right here, hates any untruths. Okay, so if he was dishonest with her in any way, um, and it doesn't even have to be about another relationship, but if he was dishonest with her in any way, or if he's just not acknowledging some type of truth, that could is not right, but that can trigger someone with K2 that is strong in their chart to react. Please clarify what's going on with their relationship right now. Okay, Horus again, Cosmic Gateway, your thoughts are magnetic, miraculous changes are occurring. Holy Spirit, this also represents the moon. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. Okay, these are like things of like Venus, Moon, and Mercury. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. She's going through a lot right now. And even her boyfriend said that she's going through lots of things that no one will understand. She's the only one who will understand because she's only her. But she's going through a major transformation in her life. And because she's not examining and getting down to the root of her emotions, she's letting them sabotage her instead of going within and seeing where this transformation can take her. What's going on with their relationship? With whatever is going on in their relationship is mainly on her end. It's on her end. I don't see anything that he's doing. It's what she's experiencing in her life.
Amazon said they left my package at the front door.
Okay. I know I heard something. I was like, who is it? Hello? Who is it? I didn't know what that was.
What y'all doing out there? Oh, they put it in the door. They had 6.
Okay. I was a little nervous. They were a little rough. Yeah, it's mainly on her end. What's going on? And he's being gracious and not like calling her out, but it's her. It's not him. It's her. It might be a connection of them, just together, but it's her. It's what she's going through. She's not processing it right. Lessons and blessings, that keeps coming up. Lessons. Because her moon is in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius it's a mixture of you have to learn. It's about, like I said before, learning something over a long period of time, but then also Sagittarius represents luck. Father, I don't know anything about her father. And angels. I don't know anything about her father. I don't know if he was in her life or not. Let's use some tarot. What's going on with their relationship right now? It's a lot of connections to heaven. So she could be like going through some type of evolution, spiritual revolution, that she might be not knowing that that's what it is, you know, and not connecting, not accepting, resisting. So I got angels, connect with heaven, expect miracles. What's going on with their relationship right now? Yeah, she's resisting a lot. Probably because there's so much going on, she don't know what is what. What is emotions? What is spiritual? All right. Archangel Michael. This relationships came out. This is the divine physician, but also in the original tarot represents the lovers. So this is Archangel Michael, but it represents the hermit in original tarot. So she needs to, but it's also a connection with Sagittarius or Jupiter, where you kind of got to go within real quick before you start, before you go on your journey. You have to go within, and that's how she's going to protect herself from whatever she needs to protect herself from, mainly herself right now. She needs to go within, and that will help this relationship if he chooses to move forward with it. But this also is the devil card, which is so much that she needs to. I don't like that. She needs to be by herself right now. It's so much that she needs to change and let go of that will eventually hurt him. Like she's already doing DV things, but it can hurt him even more if they stay in this relationship. And where he seems really positive and really focused right now, it could change a lot about him if they stay together. Okay, so let's look at what her main challenge is right now. Let's look at the main challenge. Father again, lessons and blessings. The arts. Yeah, it's something that she needs to express creatively. And because she has Venus in her chart, like I was saying, how strong Venus is. And Venus can represent creativity, and it's with her Mercury, which also shows that she needs to express her creativity And it's possible that she needs to express, she might have issues with men, issues with her father. I don't know if he was in her life or not. Um, or male authority figures. It's something that she needs to learn when it comes to that from early life or past life. And once she learns that lesson, she'll be blessed, but she needs to express those emotional wounds first. All right, let's dig a little deeper. Let's clarify what is her main challenge right now? Because she might be looking like, if she's 25, she might be, and I saw in the comments again of one of the videos where I was learning more about like this specific situation about her, that people were saying like this hasn't been a good, what do you call it, in runner time, a year, season, I don't know what you call it in, if you were a runner or whatever. But they were saying she hasn't been performing well lately. I say it like that. So she might be that's also might be a challenge of hers, like thinking, okay, well, what else can I do? What else can I do if I'm not running? Do something creatively. You got it in you. What is her main challenge right now? Purification. This also is connected to K2. It's time for cleansing, detoxification of your body and mind. Sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. That keeps coming up too. Easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things in perfect timing. Okay. Hopefully she's not on anything, because for a person to know who they are, she knows she's a celebrity, and still act like that in public. There has to be something seriously going on to have that much of loss of control. Um, so hopefully where it says purification of your body and your mind, that she's not on anything like steroids or any type of drugs that alter her mind, that could make her be out of control like that. Hopefully that's not what's going on. But it just would make no sense at all to know who she is and still act like that. Period. Act like that, but act like that in public when people know you, people can see you. Like, we can see you, Sha'Carri. Like, don't do that. Okay. What is her main challenge right now? What is Sha'Carri Richardson's main challenge right now? Whatever she wants, I feel like she feels like she can't have it. It keeps saying, you can manifest things, whatever you want, like, just say it. I feel like she wants to make a change, but she might feel like she can't for some reason. Again, prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven, asking you shall receive. Again, all this heaven stuff. Lady Nada, this is card that represents Venus. Heart awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. And her Venus is activated because Rahu, like I said, her Venus is in Pisces, and transiting Rahu is in Pisces. So it's a lot she still has to learn about love and relationships. But she has to give love to herself. I don't feel like she's doing that. Because like I said, with her moon, when it comes to emotions, it's easier for her to help other people and be compassionate and caring to other people and nurturing to other people than it is for her to do it to herself. So this is talking about balance. First, in order for things to be balanced, she has to give love to herself. Heart awakening. And the moon represents the heart too. It's one of her challenges. If she's performing right now, maybe she's so focused on the sport that maybe that's all she's focused on. Green Terra, supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitations. Yeah, it's something that has happened to her. Maybe in past relationships or just in life, that is making her feel like at one point in her life, or maybe in past lives, to feel like what she really wants to do or what her real purpose is that's calling her right now, she feels like she can't do it. And so she has the emotions of wanting to do something different. People people are trashing her performance right now. Um and still trying to be the best that she can be. And she has all these emotions. She's What she needs to do is heal from these situations that are telling her she needs to cut cords concerning those situations that are connected to those relationships that made her feel like she can't do what she really wants to do. Maybe there was like, you're so good of an athlete, why would you want to do anything else? Maybe they told her something like that. But she can do whatever she wants to do. And I feel like that's probably it. People probably were saying like, you're so good as an athlete, why would you do anything else? And she might feel stuck, she might feel limited because she's listening to those past situations and past relationships that maybe made her feel limited. So she needs to cut cords to this relationship because she's putting her hands on it, but also cut cords with past relationships that made her feel limited in what she could do with her life. And it's like everything keeps saying, well, just believe you can have what you want. Just connect with heaven and ask. That's all you got to do. But she doesn't believe that. If you want to do anything else, if anyone, Sha'Carri, if you listen, or if anyone knows Sha'Carri, the direction that you need to take has something to do with creative self-expression, being creative in some way. And also, there's a strong ability to be able to teach other people. Teach other people. She can teach other people with the placements in her chart and with these cards that keep coming out. She can teach other people something. Okay, now I want to look at what are her opportunities. What are Sha'Carri's opportunities moving forward? What are her opportunities right now? Maybe this will help. Oh, okay, we have cut cords again. So that's an opportunity to free herself from the past. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Now, her sun is also exalted. Her sun is in Aries, which which does make her a good athlete. But she could also fight for something or be a trailblazer in something. Lord Shiva, transcendence, rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. This is, she needs to free herself again from the past so she can shine, so she can be creative and shine her light doing something else. She wants to do something else. She really wants to do something else right now. Please clarify what Sha'Carri's opportunities are. Then that transcendence, I do believe she needs to be more connected spiritually. Whatever her spiritual life is, she needs to dig deeper into that even more. Because her spiritual life is like saying, you need to come up more, come up higher. It is really calling her right now. It is really calling her right now. Her spiritual side, her spiritual self is knocking on the door. And she don't need to resist it, or cause she'll be, if she resists her spiritual self more than she is right now, then she will be sabotaging herself even more. It's like a need for her to come up spiritually. What are her opportunities? again, awaken to the guidance within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Needs to focus on herself, on loving herself, not sports, not other people, herself. And then she can find that abundance of creativity. I don't think it's wealth that she's looking for. I think it's creativity. Maybe she doesn't want to lose her wealth by doing something else. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate opportunities. Expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayer. This is the mother again. Have faith that your prayers have being heard and answered. This is the second time something related to expecting a miracle has come out. So I think that she might have a lot of confidence in herself as an athlete, but not confidence in anything else like she needs to with herself. She doesn't have a lot of confidence doing anything else. And everything has to end. Everything, there has to come an end to everything. Please clarify what her opportunities are. I keep looking because yesterday somebody was talking in the chat and I didn't see it. I don't want to miss it. And I also don't want to keep looking at this computer to see it, so I don't want to miss anybody talking. I don't want to be rude. What are Sha'Carri's opportunities right now? Love life. Galactic. Trees. She has to learn from past relationships. And this goes back to all the way to past lives. She has to learn from past relationships. That's why her Venus is exalted in this life, because there's so much she needed to learn about relationships and love. So even though this might this looks bad, it's something that she needs to learn from not only this relationship with this young man, but past relationships. And that's really going to help her more than she even knows. And it's going to help her in all aspects of life, not just future relationships. What are her opportunities? Oh. The architect. The Ace of Keys. Okay, opportunities. Okay. This is Archangel Raphael, but this will be the Strength card. She do need to tame that. She do need to tame that inner beast. It's something you're not seeing, Sha'Carri. It's some type of newness that she is refusing to see with this Ace of Swords or Ace of Scrolls reverse on track. You are off track because she's resisting something. What is I want to know what she's resisting. What is she resisting that's keeping her from these new opportunities? Okay. What is Sha'Carri resisting that's keeping her from new opportunities? It, again, creativity, creative self-expression. See, it's some things she doesn't want to talk about. She doesn't want to express herself. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. This also comes out when we're talking about creative self-expression. My aunt, fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. What if she receives resisting fairness? You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. Yeah. Undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. Unconditional love. Oh my gosh. Love yourself and others. Every situation, no matter what the outward appearance might be. She's resisting love? She's resisting romance? Or she's resisting loving herself? So, but this again is K2 coming out. The undying love. The love you have shared is eternal. She's resisting some type of... I need some clarity. What is Sha'Carri ignoring or blind to or resisting when it comes to these her opportunities? Is she? I wonder if she's one of those type of people that has to be in a relationship. All right, let's see. Leaving or travel. That's what she's resisting. She go outside, leave. She don't want to leave this man alone. Phobia, she's afraid. Imprisonment, slavery. She feels like she has to be in this relationship. Yikes. Is she afraid to be... some people, especially with Venus so strong in her chart, either she's afraid to leave this relationship or she's afraid to see a career that doesn't involve running. I want to get a little bit more clarity on what's going on with... Why doesn't she... What is she ignoring What is she ignoring or can't see when it comes to these new opportunities? Queen of Roses, her emotions. Gotta get them emotions together. They're just falling out all over the place. Akashic Records. High Priestess, her spirituality. Seven of Roses, confusion. She's confused because she won't connect. That's what it is. She's the reason she can't see these new opportunities outside of being an athlete is because she needs to. Her emotions are in the way, and if you're a spiritual person, which I believe she strongly has the ability to be, with her Venus being exalted in Pisces, it can make her someone who's really devoted to their spirituality. But if your emotions, spiritual, like again, like your emotions and spirituality are again two sides of the same coin. If your emotions, like me as a reader or a psychic or whatever, if my emotions are out of control, I'm not going to get the spiritual message or the spiritual connection. I have to control that, ground that first to be able to hear correctly. And if I'm having like a day where emotions are high, I don't even want to read at all because I don't want anything messing up the connection. So with her spirituality, really trying to tap on her shoulder and say, dig into this more so you can see what your next steps are going to be, so you can be more creative, and her emotions out of control, and she's expressing them in very aggressive ways. It's keeping her confused. It's keeping her not being able to see things clearly. So she needs to be the hermit right now to protect herself, to protect other people from her, obviously, and to protect herself from self-sabotaging anymore. She needs to go within, get her emotions under control, see what's at the root of those so she can express them in a way that's more creative and less aggressive. And in a way that can also teach people what she's learned. But until she deals with those things, is her opportunities outside of running, she's not going to see. So I want to look at what her outcome is going to be with this situation. Let's see, what is going to be the outcome? And you know what else? Like I said, I'm not even into sports. Men's, aliens, I'm not into sports. And it's something about Sha'Carri, and it's because she has her Venus conjunct Mercury that makes her so charming. It makes people just love her. It's something about her that just makes you want to see her win. And when she self-destructs and sabotages like this is just really disappointing and really sad, because she's one of those people you just want to see him win. All right, now what is going to be her outcome? What's Sha'Carri's outcome concerning this situation? Soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between your consciousness is expanding. I told you, she needs to dig into her spiritual self, into her spiritual side. Intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being. It's almost like we're going back to the beginning. Yep, we are. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Cool. Dharma unfolding. Definitely. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. And that's probably what she needs to focus on, is what makes her happy. Not just what makes you happy. Outside of running, outside of relationships, what makes you happy? Hopefully the situation leads her to just finding that. I want to clarify some more though. Hopefully this situation will lead her to her spiritual self and experiencing more happiness. Please clarify what's going to be the outcome of this situation. Don't be surprised if, like, I don't know if she already do this, but if you might see her, doing more, yoga or things like that. Just because that still is active. It's still active, but it's more on the spiritual side. If you see her become a high priest, because I feel like whatever she gets into, she's going to put her whole heart into it. She's going to be fully devoted to it. Please clarify what's going to be the outcome of this situation. Callie, the old must be released so that they're probably going to break up. The old must be released so that the new can enter. I feel like they're going to break up, but nobody's going to say anything bad about the other one. Artemis, you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Freya, bold, unleash your adventurous side, take risk and be daring. She's gonna let running go in some way. There is no need to worry. Everything is working out beautifully. She's gonna take that risk. Let's do some more clarifying on what the outcome is going to be. Ooh, whoever just turned the air on. Thank you, Jesus. All right. Vows. She's going to be devoted to something else. Good. Spirituality and religion. Yep. Wars and battles. This is with herself. This is with herself. She's going to, when I say that, I mean this wars and battles, this self-sabotage, that's what she's going to go to war with herself. And she's going to do that with spirituality. I don't know if she seemed like, I don't know, when she left and came back, I don't know. It was obvious, and I think she talked about doing work on herself. I don't know if it was spiritual work or was it psychological work. But it's spiritual work. There's going to more spiritual work. She's going to dig back into it after this again. But she's going to need to do it. Persecution, wars and battles, and persecution, and the outcome of this is what's happening already. Let me finish what I was saying before. She's going to dig back into whatever helped her overcome the last time when they found the weed in her system. Hopefully it's more spiritual this time, and hopefully she doesn't just do it to get through, a rough patch, but she does it for her, like as a lifestyle. Now these wars and persecution, she's getting persecuted. It sounds like she has been being persecuted. I saw a lot of male content creators who was all over this situation, talking about she's done or this and that. But she's getting persecuted for, obviously you shouldn't be putting your hands on people. But everyone can see the self-sabotage. Everyone can see it. She can't hide it. The self-destruction. So she's getting persecuted for that. Like you have all these, you can see this is obvious. You don't need to be a reader to explain, to know what the wars and battles and persecution means. That's what she's going through right now. And it's what she's been going through. And then I'm going to use the tarot to clarify one more time what's going to be the outcome of this situation. I think people are not going to understand the change or the switch that she's going to make either. Uh-oh. The outcome is the Ace of Roses. So this is another opportunity, possibly for another relationship. It's a lot of new beginnings. What is the outcome of this situation? Another ace. Ace of Keys again. It's a lot of new beginnings. Queen of Keys. She's going to be balanced. She's going to be balanced. She's going to be focused on her money. But she's going to be balanced in the emotionally balanced and grounded. Focusing on taking care of herself. That's Queen of Keys. She can take care of herself and she can take care of others. Not just, I feel like things have been one sided. I feel like she gives, but maybe she doesn't receive what she gives, and then that can make her act out. But she's going to be balancing that out the more she gets to the root of what's going on with her emotions. And Six of Cups reverse. What does the Six of Cups reverse mean? What does the Six of Cups reverse mean? Please clarify. Yeah, it all of the past emotional ties she has to authority figures and relationships that tried to limit her or that just weren't right for her, she's going to be releasing that energy. That's going to be the outcome. And that's what's going to help her be more grounded and emotionally stable to receive new relationships and a new career. And I don't feel like, and we're not going to see her be as um, emotionally destructive as much, because she's going to be more grounded, because she's going to be grounded in her spirituality, and she's going to be devoted to her spirituality and whatever this creative thing is that she's going to get into. She's going to find, because like if you're an athlete, then you have to, you have all that, what do you call that? I'm not no athlete. But you have all that energy that's like go, 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 go. And if you don't watch it, it can make you aggressive. But she's going to allow herself to get grounded in her spirituality, and this is going to help her be more stable for relationships and career moving forward. And she's going to release all those past life ties and early life ties and connections to have something to do with love and relationships. And that's going to be the outcome. All right? So tomorrow I'm going to be talking about what Mars moving into Libra is going to mean for us, because it's going to move into Libra sometime between today and tomorrow. So Mars going into Libra, that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let me look and see before I end this if anybody says something. It's not going to let me do it. So, okay. So, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. If you would like a personal reading, or if you want to donate to the channel, that information is in the description. All right?